In this FreeCAD lesson, we're going to see how we can create a really simple drawing, a technical drawing that we can use like to represent an architecture or plan view or blueprint. So it's going to be a technical drawing where we're going to use precise units, and I'm going to show you how you can set up this to work properly and comfortable. So I'm going to just close everything. And in the previous video, we talked about how to manage a scene in the draft mode using the groups, the layers, and also other tools that we have in the draft interface or workbench. In this video, we're going to continue and we're going to discover more. So I'm going to start with the new document. I'm going to close this one and just discard the few changes I've made. And I'm going to start with a new 2D draft. Now, before you do this, one thing you can already set up, if you're going down here to the Open First Start Setup, is, well, the language as usual. And this time, I'm going to change. We used the millimeters. We used the centimeters. Now we're going to use the meters. So I think meters are more appropriate when you are working on a bigger project like a building or apartment or a large house. And in interiors, I usually use centimeters, but with larger projects, I use meters. Even though you can always use the others and you can change them anytime. And also navigation style, you can see we have CAD, which stands for AutoCAD if you're accustomed to use this type of navigation. You can also use Revit, which is building information modeling software. And also you have others like OpenSCAD or Tinkercad. These are all CAD applications, and you find them also in the channel if you want to know more about those. So let's say done, and let's start with a new 2D draft. And the first thing we're going to see is the grid. So what is the grid? How is the grid set up? So I need to go to the Edit Preferences, and here is where I can go back to the settings of the unit system. So I can change it again if I want. Number of decimals, I think here 2 are good because even 3 if you're planning to work also with millimeters. But 2 is fine because we are in meters. So for example, 1 centimeter is 0,1 meter. So we need at least 1 decimal, but 2 it's even better. 3 maybe is too much. And I'm gonna leave everything as it is in here. And if we go down to the draft, again, we can set up some settings here. For example, also we talked about the construction mode, and we're gonna see this again. And this is the way you can define like the base reference on top of which you're gonna draw the actual finalized drawing. So you can give this a name. We can call this like construction layer or construction base, whatever. You can call it whatever you want. You can assign whatever color you want, and that's it. Now let's continue here. And here you have all the shortcut keys, grid snapping. Okay, so this is how I set up the grid right now. And you can see the grid spacing is 0,1. So this is something I set up because now I am in meter. So instead of using like 1 millimeter grid or 1 centimeter grid, I'm using a 10 centimeters grid. And I'm gonna explain you why. But just follow me. So just put here 10 centimeters or 0.1 meters, which means 10 centimeters. And then here, major lines every 10 squares. This means that every meter I will have a major line. And then the grid size. If I put 200 squares, I will have precisely 20 meters of a grid. And then also I can set up the transparency. I'm gonna lower this down to 50%. Also, you can change the grid color if you want, and other settings that we don't really need to go through right now. Now, sometimes things they get crazy somehow, so just reset everything. If you think something went wrong, you can reset the entire interface and start all over. So if I say OK, and you should see here the X and epsilon axis, so the red and the green, and the grid that is going to be way bigger than the original. And you can see here the major lines are each 1 meter, and then I have like each single one of these square will measure 10 centimeters. So why I do this? Because in architecture, especially in interior design, we used usually the 30 centimeters value or 10 or 60 for the furnishing. So if I need to do like a piece of furnishing is going to be probably 60 times 60. So I need like 6 squares. So this could be like a piece of a kitchen. By the way, I just activated the snap grid, which we already talked about in previous lessons. So I'm not gonna spend time explaining that again. So I'm just gonna go forward. And so this could be like a common piece of furniture. And for example, like a chair could be like 50 times 50, and a stool could be like 40 times 40, etc., etc. And a wall is usually like an external wall is usually 30 centimeters thick, something like this. An internal wall is usually a 10 or 20 centimeters thick. So this grid like this is perfect if we need to do both like architecture and also interiors. So I'm just gonna delete these first drawings. This is just to show you the way this grid is gonna work and some quick drawings. Now, what if we want to do an entire apartment? Well, in that case, we can start by just creating again like a big box. So this time we're gonna use meters, which are the major lines. So if I need to do like, if I go from here, so these are 10 meters because the grid is 20 meters total. So if I go up here, this is 4, 5, 6. So this is the base for a plan view of a house that is about 60 square meter. So 10 times 6 is going to be 60. And well, we don't represent a house like this. We represent the thickness of the wall. And also one thing I want to show you, if I go back here, we can turn on and off the face, which we already saw, the visualization of the face, which is going to be make face true. And then if we go in the view tab, the pattern, we can also apply a hatch or pattern using this. So let's say I want to use diagonal 1 and you want to make sure you have the correct size. Let's leave to 1 and let's like go outside with the selection. You can see when it's highlighted, you won't see it. And sometimes you don't see it because it's either too small or too big. So let's try to change this pattern size. So let's go like 100 and we don't see it yet. So let's change it. Let's make it like 0,01. So there you go. I'm starting to see something. You can see the pattern right there. So I guess I need to make it let me just, okay, I need to find a way essentially, but since this is set up for millimeters, I imagine that I need to go really, yeah, we can see it at 0, 0, 1. So probably this is good for small objects and like in other like industrial design or smaller stuff, but we can also try with other hatches. Like this one here is a little bit bigger, and then this one also, and this is the simple solid. This is another one. So we can apply also some pattern if you want. Also with the hatch, we saw that we can add that. So we don't have a thickness for this wall. So this is like the roof. We're visualizing like the roof. So for the thickness in CAD application, we use the offset. So when I now create the offset, you can see I can snap again to the grid. So if I want to do an external wall, I can just snap here to the third square, but it's just deleting the original. So when I do the offset, I want to do a copy. So I want to do a double line. So now we have a double line, and the inside is going to be the inside of my apartment. But this is not the correct way to do this. Let me just show you how to do it. So let me delete again. This is just, a few examples before we start. So let me expand also this other panel right here, or toolbar, which is for the utilities. Now utilities can help us to create layers and groups and manage the scene. We saw this